All right, so for some reason my iPad that I'm recording on stopped working in the middle of the video. So the first video is gonna be at the top, and then this is gonna be the second video. And I'll put a text box on the PowerPoint so you guys know which one is which. So we were on the circuit courts and we were writing handle the criminal and civil trials. Missouri has 45 judicial circuit courts. So we're going to write 45 circuit judicial courts. And then we're also going to write they're divided along county lines. Okay, so we have handle the criminal and civil trials. There's 45 circuit judicial courts and they're divided along county lines. So that we are done with our circuit area. So now we're going to go into appeals. So this is what it says about appeals. There are 3 appeal courts in Missouri located in Kansas City, St. Louis, and Springfield. The appeals courts hear cases from lower courts, cases that have been appealed. Okay, so let's write 3 appeals located in, we're going to write where they're in. So it says they're in Kansas City, St. Louis, which is where the arch is, and Springfield. So that's where the 3 appeals are located in. And then the appeals courts hear cases from lower courts. Hear cases from lower courts. Okay. That's all we're going to write in appeals. Then we're going to go in the Missouri Supreme Court. Now this one has a lot to it, so let's see what we're going to write. I'm going to say it out loud and then we're going to go through it together and see what we should write. So, the Missouri Supreme Court is the state's highest court. That's our first sentence, so let's just say highest court. We're going to break it down so it's easier for us to write. So, highest court. It is made up of 7 judges. Made up of 7 judges. Okay. Some of the cases the Missouri Supreme Court hears include cases that are appealed from the courts of appeals, cases involving the Missouri Constitution, and the state's revenue laws. So let's break that down. Let's see. Some of the cases the Missouri Supreme Court hears include cases that are appealed from the courts of appeals, which is right there, comma, cases involving the Missouri Constitution. I'm just going to write MO for short. That's short for Missouri. Involving the Missouri Constitution. Comma. And the state's revenue laws. So far for the Missouri Supreme Court, we have highest court made up of 7 judges. It includes cases that are appealed from the courts of appeals, cases involving the Mo Constitution and the state's revenue laws. We have one more little section. Let's see what we should write. The Missouri Supreme Court also supervises all of the lower courts in the state of Missouri. So supervises lower courts, since this is the highest court. The head of the Missouri Supreme Court is called the Chief of Justice. Chief Justice. So let's read what we have for the Missouri Supreme Court. Highest court, made up of 7 judges, includes cases that are appealed from the courts of appeals, cases involving the Mo Constitution and the state's revenue laws, supervises lower courts, and the Chief Justice is in this Missouri Supreme Court position. So now we are finished with this section. You guys did an awesome job. And remember, there's 2 videos to this day because my iPad had a little mistake, okay? Great job.